In many parts of the world, Christmas is celebrated on December 25th, which most people think is the date of Jesus' birth. The Bible does not tell us on what day or even in what month Jesus was born, but it does tell us something about the time of year. Luke wrote that when Jesus was born in Bethlehem, shepherds were living out of doors, caring for their flocks. In the month of December, Bethlehem is cold, rainy, and snowy, so shepherds would not have been staying outside with their flocks at night. The Bible writer Ezra shows that Chislev was indeed a month known for cold and rainy weather. After stating that a crowd had gathered in Jerusalem, in the 9th month, Chislev, on the 20th day of the month, Ezra reports that people were shivering because of the heavy rain. Concerning weather conditions at that time of the year, the congregated people themselves said, "It is the rainy season. It is not possible to stand outside." No wonder shepherds living in that part of the world made sure that they and their flocks were no longer out of doors at night when December came around. What do we learn from this? Jesus was born when the weather was mild, not in December. Considering his 3.5 years of ministry, let's do the math. If we subtract 6 months from the Nisan date, it brings us to September or October, not December. Both the Bible and historical evidence indicate that he was born sometime during the months we now know as September and October. The Bible doesn't specify when Jesus was born, but it precisely notes the date of his death on the 14th day of Nisan, which corresponds to March or April. So how did Christmas begin? It came from pagan festivals, such as the Roman festival Saturnalia, a celebration dedicated to Saturn, the god of agriculture. The Encyclopedia Americana says, Saturnalia, a Roman feast celebrated in mid-December, provided the model for many of the merrymaking customs of Christmas. From this celebration, for example, were derived the elaborate feasting, the giving of gifts, and the burning of candles. Also, the birthday of the Persian sun god Mithra was celebrated on December 25th. Think about this, only 2 birthday celebrations are mentioned in the Bible. One was the birthday of an Egyptian pharaoh, and the other was the birthday of King Herod Antipas. Neither of these rulers was a servant of Jehovah. In fact, we never read in the Bible that a worshipper of Jehovah celebrated a birthday. The World Book Encyclopedia says that the early Christians considered the celebration of anyone's birth to be a pagan custom. Such customs were based on false beliefs. For example, the ancient Greeks believed that every person was protected by a spirit that was present at his birth. And they thought that spirit was connected to a god born on the same date as the person. In addition to such pagan beliefs, birthdays are also connected with astrology and horoscopes. The only event Jesus commanded us to observe is the memorial of his death. This brings to mind King Solomon's words, "A good name is better than good oil, and the day of death is better than the day of birth." It is not surprising, then, that the Bible provides many details about Jesus' ministry and death but few details about the time of his birth. You might believe that God doesn't mind what you celebrate because he's a joyful God. However, notice what happened to the nation of Israel when they were camped near Mount Sinai. Moses had gone up the mountain, and the people were waiting for him to return to the camp. Eventually, they got tired of waiting and asked Aaron to make a god for them. He made a golden idol in the shape of a calf. Then the people had a festival. They danced around the calf and bowed down to it. They believed that by bowing down to the calf, they were actually worshipping Jehovah. But the fact that the people viewed this event as a festival to Jehovah did not make it right. Jehovah viewed it as idolatry, and many of them died. Now, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you believe it's important to pay close attention to these details to please God, or do you think otherwise? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, leave your comments below and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. God bless.